I'm live. Well, hello, everybody. Happy Mother's Day. I haven't done one of these videos in quite a while, but I was inspired to do it today. I had a conversation with my daughter, and she's dealing with a traumatic thing that happened to her. And as I was guiding her in how to deal with it and how to, how to get through it and how best to think about it, I began to think about these 3 steps that I follow that I've learned and I've kind of followed all my life, but I've never really outlined them before. So I wanted to share them. So the 3 steps are you need to let go of whatever traumatic event it was. So letting go of that. The second piece is forgiveness. You need to forgive yourself and perhaps others involved in it, perhaps whatever. And the third piece is to take your power back. That's really, really critical as well. And these may not necessarily be sequential steps that you would follow. They could just be individual techniques that work. But I'll address them one by one and just kind of talk about them. So the letting go of the event background, what I've learned and what I've discovered and what I teach now and what's helped me is that for any traumatic event or feeling or emotion that doesn't feel good to us, anything that keeps us stuck, whether it be something we feel about ourselves or something that's going on in our lives, it's always attached to a thought. So you have a thought. So you have 2 pieces. You have a thought and you have a feeling. And the feeling can either be an emotion. It can be an actual body sensation. Like I know with me, I'll get feelings in my stomach when I know I'm uncomfortable or something's not feeling right for me. It can also be like I said, an emotion, but a visualization. Like I worked when I was getting certified in some of these modalities that I know. We had to work together with the partners that we had, and one of them, she had this amazing ability to visualize things. So she would feel with visual stories, visualizations in her mind, and I always thought that was kind of cool. So those are 3 different ways that we can feel. So when we have a thought attached to an emotion, that keeps us stuck. If it's an emotion we don't want or we feel that's negative. And if we're able to disassociate that thought and emotion from each other, if we're able to separate them through any process, then that frees us to think that thought for now on, forever, really, and not feel that negative emotion anymore because it's gone. A key thing about thoughts or beliefs, actually, beliefs are just repetitive thoughts over and over and over again that we tell ourselves and they strengthen. But a real key thing about beliefs is that it stays with us forever until we unbelieve it and then it's gone. So that's one method of helping to relieve the traumatic event, is to let it go in that method. The other way is forgiveness. And when we forgive, we essentially are doing the same type of thing where we're allowing what happened to happen. Like, for instance, if it's someone who does something to us, we don't necessarily forgive in the way they're saying that we condone what they did, their behaviors, their actions, whatever it was, because they hurt us. But by forgiving, we let go. We let go of the event in our minds, and we take our power back, which I guess is the third piece, for one thing is with forgiveness, there's kind of 2 pieces. It's important to forgive ourselves as well as perhaps forgive that other person. because with any interaction in life, anything that goes on, there's always two pieces. There's you and the other person. So, it may be difficult for someone to think about at the time that it happens, but um, because it's painful for us to often take responsibility for something that we've in essence caused in a way, or at least contributed to, and we may not even realize it at the time. But as we get more and more distant from a particular event that has emotion attachment to for us, then if we're able to see the responsibility that we had for that event, how it played into our lives, how we somehow contributed to it, then we're able to take responsibility for that and learn from it and take some power from it, instead of feeling like it was just a victim. It happened to me. It happened to me. It happened to me. Because if you feel like it happened to you, then you lose that power. You lose that control of yourself, and that's very detrimental. And that can carry on to other events. So if you never are able to disassociate yourself from the traumatic event, then as you go, you could bury it for years and years and years, forget about it. But if you never moved past it and just pushed it down, it's going to trigger. You're going to come upon your life where there's going to be something else similar. And consciously, you may not even realize it, but it's going to trigger that same traumatic event in your head. You may not associate it with that event that happened long, long ago, but that's what happens. And until we can disassociate that traumatic event from and separate our thoughts and our feelings about it, then we can never get past it. It just will continuously run our lives without us knowing about it. So, so the forgiveness piece is for ourselves, and it's also to forgive the person, or even inanimate objects. Like if a tree falls on you, forgiving the tree. Forgiving being abused. That again gives you power back to your life, and realize that if it was a person who did something to you, you have no idea what their motivations were. You have no idea what their feelings are about the situation right now. You have no control, and really, it's none of your business. Your business is to worry about you and your self-control and your self-preservation and your happiness. And by forgiving them, it allows you to move on. Now, it's important for the forgiveness process to actually, if you have negative feelings about what went on, is to feel them. Never want to push our feelings down, but to feel them. And that allows them to go to be released as well. So that's kind of about it. Let's see what else. Yeah, and this really came about, me thinking about this is because I was trying to think about how I've learned to deal with traumatic events and things in life. And I don't know about you guys, but I've always been taught, and I believe it, or I believed it because I was taught it. And when I believed it, I would see it in my life over and over again, is that, no pain, no gain, tough it up, tough it up, cream puff, push it down, stuff it down, don't worry about it, move on. And I've realized that doesn't work. It totally doesn't work. You can take it from me. You can take it from many people who have been through traumatic events and who have actually passed through them and gone beyond them and gone, way above them and taken those lessons to improve their lives. Is that doesn't work. Pushing anything down, any feeling or emotion, pushing it down, or discarding it, or just ignoring it. It doesn't work. No pain, no gain. We are here in this lifetime to enjoy life, to find joy, to find happiness, to find inspiration. And when we are in these emotional states, these uncomfortable, I'll say negative emotional states, or yeah, like fear and anger and sadness and depression, then we're not able to be inspired. We're not able to be happy. We're not able to see what's beautiful out in the world. And what those feelings do is they're guidance systems. All our feelings are guidance systems. So when we are feeling good about something, that leads us in the direction of, we know that, oh, we want to go in that direction because we want to feel good. That's our ultimate goal, is to feel good. Why do we try to have lots of money? Why do we have, some of us, why do we have relationships? Why do we, love people? It's all self-serving. You don't want to think about it that way, but it is. It's so we can feel good. So if you put the feelings first, I feel good about whatever is going on in my life, I just feel good, then you're going to naturally either be drawn in, or these things will be drawn into your life. So that's why it's critical for you to get past a traumatic event in your life, because it can totally upend and just cause you have a crappy life and not feel good. So we want you to feel good. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. If it was, please like and subscribe. Click the link below if you want more information. And I hope you guys have a great day. Bye-bye. Hopefully it saves it.